Hey my beautiful Aquarius peeps, what's going on everybody? It's Sam from CancerMoonsTarot and I'm coming at you guys with your April 2022 tarot reading. Let's go ahead and see what we got going on. We're going to start out here with your current energies and then we'll see what else we got throughout the rest of the read over here. Alright, starting out with the current energies here for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I swear to God, all day today doing readings, I feel like I'm just dropping these cards left and right, so don't mind the poor shuffling experience today. But what current energies do we got coming in here for Aquarius? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus throughout the month of April 2022. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a couple more shuffles, and then we'll see what we got going on. First card out, what do we have? And we have here a Six of Swords. So, coming into your month of April here, definitely starting out with the energy of forward movement. Anytime we see the Six of Swords, it's about going into a new direction, and whatever this direction is for you, it usually ends up being very positive. It's about crossing the river to get to the other side because there's something better at the end of that river nonetheless. Moving into the next card, we do have here the King of Swords. Okay, so I like that a lot for you. It's determination. You're very determined to get to the other side is what I'm seeing for you, to get to where you need to go. Looking at the last card that we have for your current energies, that is going to be the Four of Cups. So I do feel here for you, you're very focused. Four of Cups is usually the card of like tuning something, ignoring something, but like if you're tuning something out, you're clearly focused on something else. So usually you can say like this is ignoring somebody, ignoring a situation, but I kind of feel like for your April, the Four of Cups is screaming that you are staying focused right now on whatever it is you got going on. So as far as what I'm seeing jumping into your month here for April, you seem very determined, you seem very focused to see what is on the other side. I'm not sure what that means to you entirely just yet, but we'll get into the rest of the read and see what else it's saying for you. Okay, so we started out here with your current energies. Let's go ahead and see what you're dealing with. What are my Aquarians going to be dealing with here throughout April 2022? Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Throughout April 2022. What do we got? Let's go ahead and have a look. First card out, we got here the Five of Swords. So, Five of Swords could be one of those cards of stress, but I also do feel here too that it's about leaving it behind. So you're leaving stressors behind, you're leaving toxic environments behind, anything that's been creating some resistance in your life is what you appear to be leaving behind. We also got here the King of Wands. King of Wands is about taking action, but I also do feel that I'm hearing like you didn't want any conflict of interests in your month. So anything that's been kind of conflicting your interests, anything that's kind of been going against what you want and the path that you're creating for yourself, you've decided to take action against that. So this is basically banishing conflict of interest is what I'm seeing for you. We also do have here the Three of Cups, and then moving forward to the last two cards that we have the Empress followed up with the Four of Wands. Nice. So based upon what you're dealing with jumping into April, it's a pretty solid read here so far. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Now the Five of Swords here to the King of Wands, right? You're walking away from anything that has been a conflict of interest. Anything that is basically steering you away from that other side of the river is what you're walking away from. You don't want to get caught up in a whirlpool. You don't want anything to stop you from reaching your destination is what I'm seeing for you jumping into April. Now with the Three of Cups here to the Empress card, this kind of feels like your intentions. It's like based upon what you're dealing with, it's like you're intending to be happy, you're intending to grow, you're really intending to take your life to the next level. So I see here for you, you're very focused right now on improving your quality of life and not allowing anything to get in the way of that. You're very focused right now here on your happiness. Three of Cups represents your happiness, and then the Empress card here as well does represent growth. Now for a few of you Aquariuses, this could be about with the Empress your children, so you might be very focused right now on your kids. If that's the case, you might be feeling like your kids definitely need you to be around a little bit more, especially if you've been working. This could be cutting work hours to put more focus back on your children. And with the Four of Wands here, it's about like more quality time. So you could be like cutting out work hours this month, or potentially switching up your job situation to have more quality time with your family and with your children. So that was a random message that might apply to a few of you Aquarians. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But as far as I'm seeing for you, this is definitely about improving the quality of your life. It does feel like there were a lot of conflicting interests that were involved in your life, and those needed to be removed here. So you definitely are not shy about removing anything that is basically throwing you into a whirlpool when you're trying to reach calm waters to get to the end of that river. So let's go ahead and have a look here real fast at the Five of Swords. Tell me about these conflicting interests here for Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout the month of April 2022. What were these conflict of interests? We have here the Seven of Wands. All right, that's a very blocking kind of energy. We also got here the Three of Swords, and we got here the Two of Wands. So, clarifying the Five of Swords, the Seven of Wands, the Three of Swords, and the Two of Wands. It does feel to me that there has been a lot of disappointment kind of surrounding you with people and the actions that they've taken against you. I think that you're in a position of time right now in your life, Aquarius, where you don't want to suffer anymore, you don't want pain anymore, and most importantly, you don't want individuals that bring that to the table. So this is about eliminating people who bring in pain and suffering. You know, whether this is people who are inherently negative in your life, whether this is people that are rowdy or cause drama or make a ruckus or scene, I do feel here that many of you guys are just very tired of inviting in or allowing people to have the opportunity to hurt you. So I do see that you're kind of having your guard up here in April 2022. It's not about like not being vulnerable. It's not like you're not going to be a vulnerable person or you're not going to show vulnerability, but you're going to keep your guard up in the sense of, I'm going to make sure I filter and watch very accurately who I allow in my space. You know, you're being very mindful of who gets to be involved in your energy, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that the Seven of Wands here is more so talking about awareness. You're making sure that you're incredibly aware of who you invite into your energy, who you let be surrounding you, and who is supporting you versus who's not. I think that ultimately with you being super focused on whatever goals you're creating for yourself, by you being super focused on improving your quality of life, you also have to be mindful of what is surrounding you. You know, if you have people around you that aren't supportive, if you have people around you that constantly question what it is you do, with all those types of energies, that can become something that can mess with your success and most importantly, mess with your morale and how you're feeling about what it is you're doing. So you're really making sure you have the right kind of people around you. And I second that. I think it's very important to have good people around you because at the end of the day, if you're in the mindset of success and you're around people who are working towards nothing, how do you expect to get that success without those other people trying to bring you down in the process? You know, if you are supportive of everybody else, but nobody can be supportive of you, how do you think that's going to make you feel when you're trying to live out your goals, dreams, and aspirations and you have other individuals in your life shitting on you? You know, I remember when I had people in my life personally who were not very supportive of me and what it is that I was choosing to do with my path, I limited myself from those types of people. And when I did limit myself from those types of people, and then I started to surround myself with individuals who were supportive, I started to thrive a lot more. So at the end of the day, where you surround yourself, your environment can make you a byproduct of it. If you are a byproduct of an environment of people who are not very supportive, chances are you're going to feel unmotivated and unsuccessful. But if you put yourself around people who are like-minded, they want to grow and succeed like you, they want to improve their quality of life like you, they want to support you all the time, then you're going to be in a good environment that creates a good response. So with that being said, just be mindful of your environment here, jumping into April 2022. Like I said, I see you being mindful of it already. I see you removing yourself from anything that is kind of a conflict, anything that's kind of messing with this quality of life change that you're having. So that's really good. That's really positive here so far. Let's go ahead and see where things are going for you, Aquarius. Where are things going to go here for Aquarius? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus during April 2022. What do we got? We do have a card that wants to jump out here. We got the Nine of Cups. Lovely. Moving forward from that, what else do we have? We have here the Fool, the King of Pentacles, and then the Two of Pentacles. Sorry. We got the Fool, the Nine of Cups, the Knight of Cups, not King of Pentacles, and then the Two of Pentacles. So, based upon where things are going, let's talk about here first the Nine of Cups to the Fool card. So, based upon where things are going, I definitely feel like you have an attitude of just, I don't care. And it's not a bad attitude to have. It's not like the I don't care attitude where you don't care about yourself, because you definitely do care about yourself. You're very focused right now on improving your quality of life, but you don't really care what anybody else has to say, what anybody else is doing, what anybody else is trying to do. You're in your own lane here, jumping into April 2022, excuse me, and by being in your own lane, it only furthermore promotes that energy of focus. So I really do feel like you guys are going to be incredibly focused in this month. The Nine of Cups is the energy of self-fulfillment. You're also going to be pretty proud and happy with what it is you're doing. This is going to be the calmest your life has felt in quite some time, but at the same time, the most exciting. So it's going to be a very calm and exciting month. It's going to be calm in the aspect that you have nothing that's going to be dragging you down, but it's going to also be exciting in the aspect that you're doing what you want to do. So it's a very calm and exciting month here all at the same time, and there's nothing that can really stand in the way of that. You know, with the Knight of Cups here to the Two of Pentacles, you're not questioning your decisions here, guys. You're not doubting yourself. You're not worrying. You're saying simply, right now, I got a life to work on. Right now, I'm doing the work, and I feel pretty fucking great about it. So as far as what I'm seeing, jumping jumping into April 2022, you're not even going to become your own conflict of interest. There is no way in hell you're going to let other people interfere with what it is you're working towards. And most importantly, you're not going to let yourself stand in the way of you, which is awesome, because sometimes it's very difficult to break that barrier between the self-doubt that you have within you and the doubt that comes from other people. Because sometimes the doubt from other people can create self-doubt, or other times you could be doubting yourself, and then that energy can kind of mirror off in other people surrounding you. So I see you removing yourself from others, self-doubt and negativity, and most importantly, you're not letting yourself doubt you. You're making sure that you have a very confident attitude here with whatever it is you're building in April 2022. So before we move any further into this reading, I definitely have to say, guys, you're looking at a pretty wonderful month. There's nothing negative here at all, to be quite fair. Jumping into your month with your current energies, Six of Swords, King of Swords, and then the Four of Cups, this is all about being incredibly focused on whatever it is you're determined to do. Whatever's on the other side of that river, that you have been waiting for, that you have been wanting, you're taking the action to get it. Maybe some of you guys this month have been just really, really passionate about starting this business you've never started before. Well, guess what? This is the month where you're going to make it happen. Maybe another group of you Aquariuses are very excited about doing some sort of dream that you've always put on the back burner. Well, instead of putting it on the back burner, you're bringing that dream to the forefront and making it a priority. This is the month where you're not holding back. Anything that you've wanted to do, anything really goes, is what I'm hearing for you. But anything that you've wanted to do, you're going to make sure you go ahead and do it. So that's really, really wonderful. And you're going to be happy doing it. Three of Cups here, by the way. Based upon what it is you're dealing with. Five of Swords, King of Wands, Three of Cups. When we see the Three of Cups come out over here, this is about you enjoying the process of what it is you're doing. So you're going to make sure you're having fun throughout all of this. And if you can enjoy what it is you're doing, you're 10 times more likely to be more successful when you're doing it. Just a pro tip right there. For anybody that's wondering how to have more success in their life, enjoy what it is you're doing. Feel like you're not even working. Feel like you never worked a day in your life, and you will very much so see results, okay? So guys, very positive news here so far. Let's see what the spirit guides have to say. Are there any dire or important messages coming in here from Aquarius' spirit guides throughout April 2022? And what do we have? We have the Emperor, the Six of Cups, and we have here the Chariot. I think they're trying to remind you as well that you're the person who's in control. You write your destiny. You definitely do. Your actions, your choices, what you choose to do with your life and your time is what marks your future, right? Nobody else makes the future for you. You're the only person that can make your future. So it feels to me like your guides are trying to remind you of that. If you want this future to be as bright as it can possibly be, you have to be willing to be the brightest version you can be for you. So just kind of like a friendly reminder here that your path is determined based upon the choices you make. And if you keep up making these healthy choices, if you continue down the road to make these positive and healthy choices as you're making in April 2022, you're going to continue to set yourself up for a very genuinely good path. So guys, the more you keep at this, the better it's going to be. The more you keep at this, the more of a positive path you're going to continue to be on, because you write your story. You are the author, and that's what your guides want to continuously convey back to you. Now, let's go ahead and see if there's any more information coming up here for you. I do feel like this reading's a little bit vague. I don't want it to be super duper general. I mean, it's a good thing seeing everything we've seen so far, but if there's any extra details I can get for you, Aquarius, I would like to provide that now before we close off today's reading. So, are there any other information, or is there any other information that Aquarius may need to hear regarding their April 2022? Anything from positive to negative to urgent, important? Let's see what we have. We have here the Ten of Cups, we got the Page of Cups, we got the Ace of Wands, we got the Ten of Swords. For a few of you Aquarians, there could be somebody getting married. It could be an ex of yours potentially, if that's the case for you. I think that you finally recognized that you could be happy. You can be happy without this person. When we're talking about love for a second, because this isn't a whole love-based reading, but if you're an Aquarius and you had a huge situation with your ex where you really love this person, they might be getting married this month. And if they do get married this month, or if they're in a new relationship this month, you've come to that conclusion where it's like, you know what? I can actually be happy with them. I can actually let the end be the end and recognize that they're in a new place in their life, and that's okay. So for some of you here, you can accept that a cycle has come to a full ending, or you may be coming full circle, that a cycle has officially ended, and you're okay with that. It's like you can move forward with peace here. So for some of you Aquarians that had any kind of emotional baggage in reference to love-related situations, that seems to be closing out here in the month of April. I feel like you can be happy for the other person, and most importantly, you can let go, knowing that you are at peace, right? Now, if it's not about a love related situation, it could be about any kind of cycle, to be quite honest. If it's not about love, it could be about a friendship cycle that came to an end. It could be about something within your family that came to an end. But ultimately, guys, I do see here a lot of you making peace with your past. You're going to kind of see a part of your past progress without you. Now, whether that is a friend progressing without you, an ex-lover progressing without you, you're going to see a part of your past here progress without you. But ultimately, you still have peace knowing that that part of your life is over and that it's okay that that's over because you're on a whole entire brand new path. So I do see you here making peace with a cycle that's in a completely different direction now and that's moving forward without you. Is there any other information that we have here for Aquarius? Anything else that I might have missed or anything random that they might need to hear regarding April 2022? And what do we have? We have here the Hierophant, we have here the Page of Pentacles, and we have here the Five of Wands. I do feel here as well, Page of Pentacles, Five of Wands, you might be mindful too that you have had your commitment in areas that maybe weren't the most beneficial to you. I think that some of you guys will be realizing, like, you know how the whole beginning of the month here, right, Four of Cups, we were talking about how you're incredibly focused on your quality of life and how you're improving your quality of life. I think probably the biggest trigger for that is because you weren't very much so focused on you in the past. You might have really been paying attention to or focused on other people. Like, it feels to me like your prioritization was more so on other people and other things other than yourself. So coming into the month here of April, like, you are 110% prioritizing you. You do have here the Hierophant. The Hierophant here is that card of not communication, what is the word I'm trying to say? Commitment, thank you. Hierophant card here is one of those cards of commitment. You're making sure that the person you commit to is going to be you because you've seen the negative impact it's made of prioritizing other people above you. You've seen the negative impact it's made by putting yourself on the back burner. And you don't want to be in that place ever again, all right? All right, Aquarius, let's go ahead and jump to your overall outcome here. What's going to be the overall outcome here for Team Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus during April 2022? And what do we have? We have here the Lovers. I like that for you. Now, I know that the Lovers card may look like Aquarius, a soulmate is coming in here for you. I mean, who knows? Maybe for a few of you guys, you might be meeting your soulmate at the end of April 2022. But when you look at the Lovers in more of a general aspect, the Lovers card just talks about a strong, powerful connection. And I think that in this case, it's the strong, powerful connection you're about to have in your life. You know, sometimes we can go throughout our lives feeling very disconnected from it, you know, especially if we're not very happy with it, right? I don't know if you guys have ever felt this way, but I know I sure have. I've been in places in my life where I was not really happy with the way my life was going, and because of that, I kind of mentally checked out. I lived my life, but I wasn't present. I wasn't there. I wasn't enjoying it, you know? I kind of just did what I had to do to get through the day, but this is completely different for you, Aquarius. You're not feeling like that anymore if that's something you previously experienced, because the Lovers here says you feel so connected and tapped in and present to your life right now, and it's a genuine, beautiful feeling. When you can fully be present and you can fully be tapped in and you feel connected and you love what you're doing and you love what you're creating and you're loving your life, it is a fantastic and beautiful friggin' feeling, man. So, Aquarius, with that all being said, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Really, really appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video for April 2022. If it resonates for you, let me know down in the comments down below. And keep in mind, if it's not your story, that's okay too. Better luck next time. There's always going to be tons of more readings here on the channel from me, so feel free to check out another one or maybe check out any other amazing tarot readers that we have on the YouTube platform. But I do want to say, granted, this was a little general at first. Hopefully anything that was extra that I might have pulled could have been a good beneficial message to you, okay? So it was a bit of a general read here, but hopefully it was something still positive, or you got something here you could still take away from it, all right? All right, Aquarius, I love you. Enjoy the rest of your April, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Much love to my Aquarius peeps, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.